Feeling a little anxious this morning. Trust in Him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to Him, for God is our refuge. Psalm 62:8. Welcome back to Come and See with Terry Lee. In my last video, I talked about some of the side effects and the depression that I was feeling because of them. This is going to be continual. As I have my treatments, which is 2 Wednesdays on. I have a treatment on Wednesday, and then I have 3 injections the following 3 days, and that's to keep my white blood cell count up. And then I have a treatment the next Wednesday, and then I have a week off, and that's going to continue until October from what we're being told. Obviously, it's dependent on my scans. The last scan I had, my tumors are shrinking, and our prayer is that the tumors will continue to shrink each scan. I'll have another one in the second week of May. But after I have my treatments, these side effects don't go away. If anything, they worsen. On the day of my treatment, that night, I don't know if it's some of the pre-meds that I'm taking or what, but I do not sleep that night. And it's been continual almost every time I don't sleep the night of treatment. So I'm going to talk to my doctor about that this next week when I meet with her and see if there's anything I can do. I don't want to really add more medication to what I'm already doing. I very rarely take the nausea and the cramping medication that they give me, only if it's like I absolutely need it. I just don't want to add more medication if I don't have to. But if I can take like a Tylenol PM and she says that's okay, I'm going to give that a try. At this point, I do Epsom salts on my feet. I do an Epsom salt foot bath before I go to bed, and that helps kind of calm my legs because I get that restless leg during that night. It does help calm my legs a little, but I still don't sleep those nights. And I have multiple nights where I don't sleep. The last 2 nights, I have not slept. I might fall asleep for a couple hours, and then I'm awake for like 6, and then I might go back to sleep for an hour in the morning. So it's just, it's hard to function that way. And I just have to accept and pray that I can make it through it, because it's going to be continued until I'm done with this whole treatment. Chemo is obviously in my body working on the bad cells, but it's also, destroying my good cells. So I have to just bear with the side effects and expect that as they have gotten worse, especially my fatigue, so tired. I can just be completely weak and unable to walk through the grocery store without leaning on Steve and leaning on the cart. And it was 5 days after my last treatment, and I couldn't drive to the store. I needed Steve to drive me. And then when I have my week off, just towards the end of that week, I'm starting to feel like I'm normal. But then, I'm starting the treatment all over again. So it's just something I'm going to have to deal with at least till October. And we'll see if that's going to continue after that. Yesterday, I felt great. The day before, I had no energy. So yesterday, I was out raking our little lawn that we have, try to make it our home as best we can here. Wanted to get those leaves all picked up, so I did that. But last night, I had this restless leg syndrome like all night. I don't know why, but I didn't sleep. So I was talking to my sister this morning, and she told me about something she did last night. Believe it or not, last night. She had these magnesium bath flakes, and there's a recipe where you boil this with distilled water, and then you obviously make a liquid out of it and put it into a squirt bottle, and you squirt them on the bottom of your feet, and it's supposed to help you sleep. Well, she slept like a baby last night, so I'm giving it a try tonight. So anybody who knows me knows that I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's my favorite. It's my comfort food. If I'm like depressed and I'm down, or it's a rainy day, grilled cheese and tomato soup. Last week when I did that video, that is what I made for myself, is grilled cheese and tomato soup. So I can go to the store and use my Yucca app, and I can look for the tomato soup. You're going to find bad, you're going to find good, and you're going to find even excellent, which I was really happy to see that there's some excellent options. But I thought, you know what, I have tomatoes and I have garlic and I have fresh herbs and spices and olive oil. I can make my own tomato soup. And I also have my yummy yogurt that I've happened upon. So I decided to make my own. I cut up my tomatoes and peeled my garlic and put it on my roasting pan, put it in the convection microwave, and roasted it at 425 for 20 minutes. It came out absolutely delicious smelling. Put it into my NutriBullet, added my yogurt, maybe a little more seasoning to taste, blended it up, and it was just a perfect size serving for me. I had 2 nice tomatoes I needed to use that were getting a little ripe, and had my grilled cheese with it, and it was absolutely phenomenal. It made me feel better for a little while. So not only do I take care of my body on the inside, but also on the outside. I learned about this Molly studs from my sister when I was staying at her house in Wisconsin, and she learned about it through her daughter. So we're all on board now, but it's awesome. I really like it. This is a lavender smell. I love the smell. It's 5 simple ingredients, safe for the environment, safe for your skin. It was created by a mom who had lost her daughter. She was a pediatric nurse and mom. It cleans great, even with hard water and septic systems. $22 for this big bag, and you get 120 loads out of it. And it's just this tiny little scoop. So this goes, a little bit goes a long way. So taking care of your body inside and outside. Thank you for coming along on my journey again this week. Tune in next week when I continue to inform you about my side effects from my treatments, and also when we explore my little hydroponic smart garden back there that I'm growing some fresh herbs in. Make sure to like the video, share on all of your social media, share with your friends, share with your family, anybody that could use a little bit of hope, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. Happy Easter.